Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Truzen. I'm coming to y'all with another short little video. So this one's not gonna be too long, but it's a very important topic as well too. So I'm gonna title this one "Progress and Changes." You know what I mean? And as we're going through life as people, as I'm doing this, I'm noticing to see and understand progress, and changes. So let's get into the basics, kind of define these terms, So progress is, what happens, over an amount of time or, over a set period. Progress is the whole period pretty much. It's like progress, like, it's ongoing, There's the progress never stops, because you're always going to get better. But changes is another thing. It's kind of a similar thing because there's progress with changes or there's changes with progress. You know what I mean? So they're kind of like intertwined and in certain instances, but changes are things, let's say an object was different before and then it changes into another object, So us as people, we're going through progress and changes. We're going to progress through certain things or we're going to change through certain things, through certain situations, It's all, a combination of what happens, in our day-to-day lives and anything that we do, For example, I'm starting to do this, right? And I see the progress with it, because I'm having something come out every day. That's the thing I set for myself. I'm having something come out every day. I'm almost on what I'm doing now. I almost have something planned out for, every day of this next month. We're almost, to give you a time span, I'm recording this in September. Forgot the date. It's like September 28th, 27th, something around those lines. And this is going to come out mid-October. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that, I'm setting up for myself where it's like, okay, I'm on top of things, So it's going to be difficult whenever things, drop really, and I have to record and everything at that time, But for the most part, I'm trying to stem away from that for a little bit and just, speak my mind and have something coming out. Probably when things get a little more, maybe there'll be here and there'll be things that drop that same day, but it's going to be very difficult, But yeah, it's going to be at random. If things are going to drop the same day, it's going to be at random times. So, forgive me. But hey, it's something I really enjoy this, man. I'm really trying to enjoy, the process as well. You gotta enjoy the process and the changes, because everything is not going to stay the same forever. There's going to be, and it may feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over, but that's still a progress because you're so used to it now. And when things change, you'll notice that change right away, And the changes, things change all the time, And we try to downplay everything and be like, oh yeah, things are the same. These things are the same, though, same old. But really, it's never the same day. Things are never the same every day. There's never a same day. Every day is different. Everything keeps going and going and going. You're going to see the process and progress of all those changes that happen. Let's say use work, for example, right? People like to say, oh yeah, work, it's the usual and yada, 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 stuff like that. But every day you go into work, I always thought about that. I'm like, dang, every day I go into work, it's a different type of thing. Of course, it's like the similar, thing I have to do for work, but it's different every day. Like, there's not going to be a lot of load this day. There's going to be a giant load this day. There's going to be a small load. I go over here for one day. I go over there for the next day. But, people categorize that as whole as work. So it's similar. I'm doing this forever, ever. I'm doing this over. But no, it's changing every day and you're learning. You're doing different things, almost every day. You're handling different problems. Of course, there'll be similar problems, but it's not the exact same problem. If you're having the same thing, that leads to insanity. Excuse me. That leads to insanity. But there's also a concept where you'll get accustomed to that insanity. Or just to that sound, to where you block out all all that similarity or that same. Okay, so let me kind of explain that. So I think I heard of this, story, this, experiment where they trapped the man in this room and they played him the same song, on loop, or saying it's like a, like one of those annoying little sounds, or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And they played that to him over and over and over, and he was kind of losing it for a little bit, but then he came there. I think there's a term for it. I gotta find that term again, but he became accustomed to it and it didn't bother him as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that, that can be used for what I'm talking about right now, where it's like process, progress, changes, right? Where it's like, oh, we're having all these changes. These changes are hard. The progress is hard. It's so hard to progress. It's so hard to process all this, you know what I'm saying? But we do it and we get accustomed to doing that progress. We start to fall in love with the process and we love the changes. We welcome changes because whatever changes up, whatever progress we make, whatever process we're in, whatever changes, shape us, all those things shape us to get to a higher point, to get to another point that we were on before that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to welcome all these things, good or bad, yeah, good or bad, old or new, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be continuous, process, progress, and changes in life. So you have to take all that head on and, really start to fall in love with the changes, where it's like, a lot of people get unhappy sometimes with the situation they're in, but they don't understand that they can change that situation. You know what I'm saying? And if that change didn't help, you're going to progress within that situation. And then that whole thing is a process, right? And it's just amazing, man. I just had to, spit that out there to y'all and let y'all know, man, just to fall in love with, the changes, fall in love with the progress, fall in love with the process. You know what I'm saying? If you feel unhappy with something, if you don't feel like this is the right thing, this is something you want to be doing, change that. Then, start to see the progress, you know what I'm saying? But don't focus too much on trying to see progress right away, because just do it. You'll see the results later. And then you look at the whole progress and the whole process of what got you to, make that change to, progress into a higher point within that change that you made, however so long ago. And you're just going to be so, mind blown, because it's like, man, it happened. I did that. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. Things take time. That's something I had to learn. I'm learning right now. Things take time. Nothing just happens right away. I'm sorry. I get so, about people my age and whatnot, but they were doing it time and time again. They've been doing it for years until they start seeing this type of, this type of success. So why am I trying to speed up my progress and my process when it's happening right now? I'm doing it already. I'm making my process. I'm making my changes. I'm doing all of it right now. They did that a while back, and they're getting their success and all their progress and changes and everything now. But me, I'm starting now. So I'll get mine whenever I get mine. So I gotta calm down, fall in love with my changes, process, and progress. Changes and progress, y'all. Changes and progress. Man, with that, y'all. I'm gonna be out. It's been choosing, and I'm out again. Peace.